Good evening.
Hi.
What happened?
Hello.
What's going on? Where are we at? Good evening, everybody. It's March 24th.
We have a sneak peek of our guests, but they're going to go back in the green room.
Well, you might as well just keep them out now.
What? They're back in the green room. Oh my gosh. This is a live recording of a premiere recorded show.
It's a what? It's a live recording.
It is March 24th. Not.
It's March 24th, actually, yes.
But for us, and what you're seeing is March 24th. So this is a premiere video because we are not technically here with you, but we're in chat. Does that make sense?
I'm here with you in chat. He might be. Yes. I don't know. He's having fun in Vegas right now.
Yes. So we decided to have special guests on our show tonight. NoMapsNeeded Travel, Maddy and Scott, who you saw already.
NoMapsNeeded Travel, yes. Right there.
And we're going to have a great American and Canadian debate about cider. Cider, the choice of champions.
Oh my gosh.
And the drink of champions. But okay,
it's called cider.
But we are going to bring them in since you already know who is here, and you would have known anyway from the thumbnail. Hello, boys. How are you?
Hello.
This is their very first official time with both of them on our show.
That's correct. it feels glamorous, darling. Glamorous.
All right.
We actually thought, I guess I mean the royal we, which is me. I thought that you guys had already been on our channel, and Greg goes,
just Maddy.
Yeah, Greg goes, no, they haven't. So we said, okay, let's kind of restructure what we were going to do with the show tonight. You guys, and give you guys a chance to talk about your channel, some of the fun questions that we like to ask. But we are going to have, a little bit later, we will have a food sampling, Canadian and American food sampling. We have some drinks, and we're doing them opposite. So we're doing the Canadian side, you guys are doing the American side. So we should have fun. But welcome, guys. Let's throw it over to you and a little bit about your. Well, actually, let me do what Greg says. What do you say? I creep on them.
No, oh my god.
Stalk them. I stalk them.
Oh my god. Well, I hope you don't do that either. So, but go ahead.
All right. So you guys, NoMapsNeeded Travel is your YouTube channel. You currently have 246 subscribers, so you guys are growing. And your channel started August 14th, 2020. And 2020, and you are almost up to 39,000 views. So that's really good. So congratulations on being a YouTuber. But you guys, a little bit about your channel as we throw it over to you.
I guess I'm starting. Oh, that's not us.
Oh my god!
We know it's all about Derick, but
no, it's not. It's one of those shows, people. One of those shows.
So a bit about us. Well, we got into this because we wanted to share our travel experiences with friends, family, which turns out to be, everybody out there. So it sort of started because we got into the travel business ourselves, and we wanted to have a platform to share information as well as, our experiences when we go on vacation. Yeah. I mean, that's sort of how it started.
It was a weird dynamic the way that we wanted to start our channel. We say this story all the time, but our plan was to start our channel years ago, and I don't know what didn't click for us to start it. And I think it was literally a pandemic kicked in, and we were like, "What are we going to do now? Let's start a channel. What are we going to do with it? We don't know." So we decided that, you know what, it was time to do it, and we consulted with with some friends, because we really didn't know what aspect of the name that we wanted to create it, what dynamic we wanted to do. Was it just going to be travel? Was it going to be about our lives? So on that aspect, yeah, it came in August all of a sudden, and I said to Scott, let's pull the trigger.
Yeah.
We pulled the trigger, and lo and behold, we're here.
Awesome.
And we're very happy that you are.
Yep, and we've actually got to know you guys pretty well, even though we haven't met in person yet. We've been talking off
Right.
and on throughout the months, and it's been awesome. So
You guys are amazing.
when we meet in person,
Thank you.
it's gonna be like meeting an old friend,
That's right.
And that's exactly it. Yeah.
and that's really what it's been like since every time we meet people that we've talked to for a while on YouTube. It's just like we've already known them, and you don't really get nervous or anything. It's just you're more happy and excited than you are nervous. So.
And that's the best thing about it. I mean, it's I think it's what I've actually discussed with you boys is that it took a pandemic for people to finally come together and realize what kind of community we had. I mean, the YouTube community is phenomenal, but I think it took what happened these last X year that it kind of brought all of us together a lot more like close knit. And
More
I say to Scott, and I was like, I think that's one of the grateful things that what has happened throughout the year has brought us is that there's new friendships like you guys, and we love you guys both, and we always say that, and you guys are truly really good friends of ours now. So thank you.
Well, we love you guys also, and thank you for being our friends. So it's been awesome.
So if you guys are wondering why we're not saying hello to you in chat, it's because this is actually a recorded show.
Hello, everybody in chat.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. Chad. Hi. How are you doing?
But we always do have, a chat check from our great friend and support channel, Jim, for more sunshine, please. So, Jim, take it away.
This chat check is brought to you by More Sunshine, Please. Now with a drop of Retsin.
We love Jim so much. If you guys had a chance to check his channel out, definitely do it. He goes live 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, Eastern time.
You had to think about that.
I do because
You should know it by heart by now.
Well, with me, sometimes a hamster falls off the wheel, and I never know what I'm going to say, so I had to think about that. But, we will do our best to keep up with the chat. We will be interacting.
We're actually here interacting with you right now.
We are. But in all technicalities, this will be my last day in Vegas. I'll be going to Vegas starting on the 20th with my mom.
This is your last day in Vegas.
This is my last day in Vegas. We will be probably at Margaritaville because
You are in Margaritaville.
Toby Keith's is closed.
There you go.
So,
Oh.
yes, it's not open because
Yeah,
of the pandemic.
I didn't think they would be.
So as of now, even though things are starting to open up in Vegas, Harrah's and Toby Keith's in Harrah's is not open.
Harrah's is up,
Yes.
but not Toby Keith.
Correct. So we will. I won't be sure what we're going to be eating, but Mom likes to wing it, and the monorail is closed, so we'll probably take Lyft or Uber, which we've become pretty familiar with and feel really comfortable about traveling with that. But that's a little bit what we have going on right now. But let's get back to our guests and our friends. We talked about, like, one of our favorite questions is why you guys wanted to become a YouTuber, and you guys already had answered it.
Where did you get your name
Yes.
from, though?
Do you want me to share?
Yes.
So when so we have a travel business as well, and we were trying to come up with a name for our business, which ended up being the name for our YouTube channel. We were tossing around ideas and nothing seemed right, and so my best friend is very creative and very artistic and just great when it comes to things like this. So we reached out to her, and we were bouncing some ideas, and I don't know if it was her or her husband that came up with it, but all of a sudden she shot back the name at us, and we were like, that's it. That is what it's going to be. So No Maps Needed is what it became. And NoMapsNeeded Travel, if you want to be technical. And we even came up with a slogan off of that. And so that's what you hear us say at the end of every vlog, which is let adventure guide you. No maps needed. So that's kind of how we didn't even come up with it ourselves, and all the credit goes to my best friend and her husband.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, we tossed names around, and I mean, like Scott and I did a brainstorming session, and we came up with some, and like there was one that I was leaning towards, but Scott looked at it, and when we wrote it down on paper, when it popped out at us, we were like, yeah, no, because we were going to name ourselves M&S Travel.
No, you wanted to name it the other way around.
But I wrote it down the other way around. And so when I looked at it, and I was just like, oh, no. We are a family-friendly show. We are not doing that. So, next. Yeah. And so, like Scott said, we reached out to our really good friend, and we're like, we're in a stump. Can you, help us?
Bounce some ideas off each other.
And we thought it would take a couple of days, and I swear Fiona came back
5 minutes, I swear.
Yeah, she came back in 5 minutes, and she's like, she gave us 3 names, and then the last one she texted us, which was NoMapsNeeded Travel.
Yeah.
We were like, that's it. It resonated, and it jumped out at us, so yeah.
Where did you come up with this picture here? Was that you guys, or also?
Yeah, that was us. So we designed that and came up with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We were trying to dynamically try to create something that was generic with travel, because we didn't want to just focus it on like an airplane or a hotel or a cruise ship. So because we wanted to do a broad aspect out of it. So when Scott came up with that, and I was like, okay, that's going to work. And so again, it stuck, and lo and behold, here we are. So
there is a shark in it. Yes, there's a big dorsal fin there.
Thanks, guys, for adding a shark into your picture.
just see, and there you go.
Yeah,
when we were creating the logo, we were thinking of you right away. So we're like, let's add a shark fin.
All right, I think it's time for us to get a little bit of some dilly on. So
okay,
this is going to be, well, let's look at it.
Unibrow?
Not unibrow.
Unibrow.
We got to let our dear friend, introduce it first. So take it away, Wanda.
This is Wanda from Cruising for Food, and I'm thirsty. What's the drink of the week, boys?
All right, so we have.
It looks
Okay,
like you
Greg.
say unibrow. But I don't know. That's not how it's spelled, but it looks like unibrow on there.
You guys help us out on that?
Unibrow? I don't know.
Unibrow?
That is.
You can make that out.
No.
Anyway.
It
Well,
is.
We'll call it Canadian unibrow. We'll just call it the unibrow.
UNIBROUE. So it looks like unibrow.
It's Fin du Monde, which I think Brad said it was from ChadCruisers, said it's the end of the world.
Yes. End of the world.
Yes.
It's 9% alcohol by volume.
Yeah, so he said this is supposed to be a really strong beer, which we thought, okay, 9% alcohol isn't very strong. But we went to today, which I know I'm struggling. We went today to Total Wine and More, which is a big liquor store, really big, and you can get a lot of stuff there. Here's a thing here. And we were looking for Canadian stuff, so we looked for some Canadian wine. We looked for some Canadian cider.
This thing just shreds.
I didn't find any cider there. Unfortunately, that was made in Canada. And then we found this beer, and there was Moosehead, and I thought, I've had Moosehead before, but I've never had a drink which is the end of the world. So we're gonna try this and see. Ooh, look, it's got that little smoke coming out.
So we kind of did the same thing, and we went to the liquor store ourselves, but we went and got some California wine.
Everybody gotta love some California wine.
We got ourselves a little Cali wine.
So we're drinking cupcake rosé.
That's good stuff too.
Yeah, Cupcake is a very popular wine here. You can get a lot of the grocery stores. So we've had it. I think we've had that rosé one, but we've had more of the pina colada. Not pina colada. Oh gosh darn, what is it called?
Pinot Grigio?
No.
I'm making sure the aluminum didn't fall in your drink from the
The pink Moscato, I want to say.
Well, Moscato, okay.
I've had that before.
All right, so Greg, dilly boy.
Everyone.
This is supposed to be spicy. Not bad.
Did you say it's supposed to be spicy?
Yeah, it says spices are in here.
Oh,
Interesting. I don't. Have you tried it before, Scott?
Mm-mm.
I personally haven't tried it before.
It's
I don't even think I've heard of it.
all citrusy taste.
Yeah, there's some there. I think there is some fruit stuff in there. I can't read it though,
I'm thinking grapefruit.
but it does say it's a product of Canada, so dilly dilly.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Oh, it doesn't give information about the.
I thought it did, but apparently it doesn't anymore.
Mm-mm.
So that's the first part of our Canadian
They want you to.
voyage.
They want you to guess what you're drinking. Al is all it is.
Ale.
Oh, I said Al.
They brewed.
Wow.
It's not bad. You definitely. This would be a very good Halloween drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm thinking there's grapefruit in here though.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. All right. So thank you, Wanda, for bringing that segment of what are we drinking? Dilly dilly.
We're drinking La Fin du Monde by Unibrow.
By Unibrow.
All right. So you guys have said that you didn't want your channel to be one specific, like just cruising
Subject.
or just Disney parks or something. So, what are some of the trips that you guys have done? Like, how many cruises have you guys done?
So when it comes to cruises, we have done 1, 2, 3, 4.
We have to think all of a sudden.
6, 7.
7. We've done 7 cruises so far.
Okay.
And
8.
Has it been 8? Sorry, guys. Yep, 8.
8.
Sorry, 8. We've done 8 cruises so far, and we've more done along the lines of Princess and Holland America on our end. But of course, 2020 was our year to branch out. We actually had 2 NCL books. We had 1 Royal Caribbean. We had 2 carnivals, and we even had a celebrity. And all of a sudden, we all know what happened. Never happened. So I mean, we're trying to get it back into the books.
0.
We're trying to get it back into the books to do that throughout 2022 and 2023. But to answer your question, our dynamic was really more to kind of just be able to give every kind of broad aspect of travel for all of us. One thing you will know on our channel, or if you have seen or haven't seen, is that for myself, I have mobility issues. So I was diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis approximately about 4 years ago. So it really hindered my my mobility. And so that was one of the main aspects of the channel, was trying to tell my story. But I think it was that glamorous, glorious idea in the beginning. And I was like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. But then to get it done, I'm going to be very frank and very honest. I was really scared to do it because it would have to be Maddie being vulnerable. And that's the one thing that you'll learn about me, is that I'm that strong, like, oomph type of a person, that I really don't want to show my other side of my cards. So it was that aspect where Scott said one day, you know what, you need to tell your story. And by doing that, that was our second video. And that's something that I'm truly proud of, because it was being able to tell people that no matter what, like mental disability, physical disability, it could be anything, that you have the capability to travel. And it's one of the best things to do. It's the best thing to do for your body, your mind, your soul. And it's just, don't let anything hinder you down. And so that's where I think our broader aspect is to elaborate a little bit more on that.
Traveling with mobility issues, and we're going to do some videos on that once travel opens back up.
Right.
But until then, we're doing just smaller little day trips and little, visiting different things sort of throughout the city, that you can do if you come to Vancouver to visit, so that we can show that and share that.
Well, you guys should be very proud of that video. We saw it and it was awesome. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. So we're excited. Like I said, it was a part of me that I had to be vulnerable for and share my story. And don't get me wrong, I'm now glad to share it because I've actually been able to communicate with a lot of individuals out there that have said, thank you for that. Thank you for your story. My mom, my husband, my significant other, my brother, my sister has a disability, and they've always said that they can't travel. And I'm going to show your video to them. And it puts a smile on my face. And it just makes me happy to know that, that my little platform here can be presented out to other individuals and put a smile on their face and get them with that passion that I have to travel. So
That's awesome.
And you guys do it well. The video, like I think you did 2 videos ago, the one that you're talking about, again, traveling with disabilities, and stuff to how to plan and that. I thought that was an incredibly put together video. Definitely a good one.
Do you guys have a favorite kind of trip that you guys like to do or have done?
I mean, we love cruising. It is just a very easy way to travel. You get to go to all different places and one stop, one time unpacking your bags kind of thing. But I don't know. For us, it's just, it's anything that really, there's different things we want to see and do around the world, and it's just being able to do that. I don't know if there's actually one thing.
Well, to elaborate, I don't know, like, Gregory, are you asking, like, is there a favorite, do we have like a favorite trip, or is it like more, or is there a favorite type of travel that we'd like to do? Like,
yeah, a favorite kind of trip.
Travel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sorry to cut you off there is, yeah, it would have to be cruising. It would. The reason why is because it's just like Derick was saying a few videos ago, I did a cruising with disabilities and how to get yourself prepared for that. And one of the main key points that I made is that you get on the ship, you unpack, and you just travel from port to port to port. So you're going to different countries, and all you need to do is unpack when you get there, unpack when you're about to go, or pack when you're about to go home, and that's it. Versus, it's great to be able to get on a flight and travel from, let's say, Vancouver to Athens, Athens to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to London. But that's the mindset of having to go, okay, you only have X amount of hours or X amount of days here.
You have to get on another plane, whatever it might be, or exactly. A train, moving around all the time.
Like, don't get us wrong, we still love to do that. We still love to be able to travel and get on a plane and go to London for a week and just be able to experience it and do this and do that. But for sure, it would have to be cruising for us.
Yeah, I think we like cruising more.
Well, I would tell you, it's very different. As we get older, we love theme parks, but when we go, we have to be there at opening, and we stay there until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get to bed, it's late. You get up super early, and the whole process repeats itself, and you are so worn out. And especially if you're in a park, the weather seems to hit you more because you feel hotter, and you need to drink more fluid.
Well, you're running around too, so
yeah. Even though we didn't, like last time, we didn't really run around, but we were tired. Because the parks are huge, especially the Disney.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I was in some pain. I'll just say that because yeah, my left ankle was sprained, so I was still getting over that. My feet were hurting, and then I had blisters, and yeah, it's just that infamous Disney fun. It's fun, but it's just you get the infamous Disney blisters and all that kind of stuff. So that part's not fun. So
but we love going to the parks. We have so much fun, but they take a lot out of you.
Yeah.
When you go on a cruise, you do have a lot of relaxation.
It's more relaxed, but
it can be a go.
Yeah.
It depends on the itinerary.
Yes.
Only if you make it that way, though. I think any trip you take, you can make as mellow as you want or as
True.
go as you want.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you want to do and what you want to get out of the trip.
But where it's tough with cruising, you can have ports 4 days in a row, like bam, 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 right after each other. There is no day of rest because I want to see, what's out there. We went to an all-inclusive resort again, making sure.
Yay!
Hey, you said it right.
And I would tell you, that was probably the best vacation I've ever had where I was rested. Because when I came back to work, I was ready to go to work. I wasn't tired. I felt really good, and it was such an amazing time.
Well, I hope Nurse Nancy really felt like she was ready to go back to work.
Right? What she was it 16 days?
15.
Yeah. Good on Nancy. Good on her. Like, it comes to the point where you deserve it, and she deserved it, and I'm glad that she had a phenomenal time.
Especially with what she does. She's
yes.
high demand employee, being a nurse. So thank you for everything that you've done, Nurse Nancy, during this pandemic as well.
I think we might have something from Nurse Nancy here.
Oh.
Hey, Nautical Nurse Nancy here. Hope you are enjoying the show. I love Derick and Greggory, D&G Explorers. They're amazing. If you guys are enjoying the show and all that they put into it, give them a little appreciation. Give them a thumbs up. Back to the show.
Thank you, Nurse Nancy.
She's so awesome. We love her.
She's adorable.
Yeah. I don't know how she does it. She was first a super moderator, and now she's a super creator. She's in all these different chats. She's in all these different polos. She's a nurse.
She's just a super person.
She's an amazing person. We were shocked and surprised that they went out of their way, because when we were both supposed to go to Cancun with her to the Rio.
Her and her husband Anthony.
Yep. We were at Denver the same time. They were coming from Wisconsin to head to Cancun. We were on our way from Fresno to Denver to go to Orlando, and we had a chance to meet them. So they came over to our terminal, and she literally ran into me. I was on my way to the restroom, and I'm like paying attention, and she like brushed up against me, and I turned around, and it was her. So we spent like maybe 10-15 minutes together, but it was
and their terminal is like way over on the other side. Like you could see it through the window. That's how far they came out.
Wow.
See little old us. So
amazing.
it was
Good of them.
Yeah.
Nice. What has been your favorite trip so far?
Well, I kind of have two, but if I had to narrow it down, I think I would have to say Hawaii. We did a cruise to Hawaii. It was just the itinerary and everything was just perfect, because for us it was round trip from Vancouver. So you get 5 sea days, then you do the islands, and then another 5 sea days home. So it was perfect, because it was relaxation for 5 days, just doing stuff on the ship. You're in sunshine by like day 2. So, maybe day, 2.5 days into 3 days, you're in the sunshine, so you can enjoy being outside and using the pools. And then you have go for, on all the islands. You get to see each island, or most of them anyway. And then you have 5 days of relaxation coming home. So for me, I had never been to Hawaii before. So getting the opportunity to see, 4 of the islands and sort of get a feel for each one. And they're all very different. It allowed us to see, if we do go to Hawaii, if we fly there and go stay there, we now know sort of where we would want to go and stay, and we wouldn't have to stress about trying to make that decision. And we were supposed to do it again last year, but that didn't happen.
What ship was that on?
So that was on the Emerald Princess.
Okay. And how long was that cruise?
15 glorious days.
So-
Glorious days. And
like Nurse Nancy.
5 sea days didn't kill you?
no, none
No.
whatsoever. And I mean, I'm gonna do an homage to our wonderful Christopher from ChadCruisers. Is that it was 5 glorious sea days down, and I think I
love sea days.
I love sea days too. I honestly love sea days, because it comes to the point where you can. I don't know what it is. It's when you get on the ship, you want to get your bearings. And so for those 5 days, it was a perfect way of getting the bearings around the ship.
Yeah.
And you knew every single little nook and cranny. But
get to know people. You see so many of the people on the ship around for 5 days. You get the opportunity to meet new people and, sit and talk with them and, have a drink, whatever. It's a really, I don't know, I found it really neat.
But also, why did you enjoy that cruise so much? Because
because it was my birthday while we were on it. But that's why I said I had 2, because I also spent the year before that in Mexico for my birthday on a cruise.
Yeah, and so there's poor Matthew who sits here, has never been on a cruise for his birthday. So
yeah, it wasn't.
I'm not bitter.
We didn't plan
it
it that way. It was actually we wanted the itineraries, and that's just when they were.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it was.
What about you?
For me, I would honestly have to say was my first time to Alaska. Alaska is such a beautiful and memorable cruise. It was something that was just completely majestic, and it's something that I, as much as everybody see, and just the way to say it is, we're selfish here in Vancouver because it's easy for us because when the cruise port is open and the Alaska season is going, it's literally a half an hour,
40-minute drive to the port.
We
get on the ship and it's round trip from here.
Right. And so for other individuals, it might be a little harder because, travel time and however it is. But I always say to everybody, you have to experience Alaska. You have to be able to do it. And
we've done it twice now. Each one has been different, even though we were on the exact same ship for each one. But each experience was totally different. And we were supposed to do it again. We are supposed to do it in September. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. It hasn't been canceled yet.
What made those 2 trips so different? Time of the year?
So no, we were at the same time of year each time. I guess, part of it was the people we were with. So the first time we went with my family, but we were with just my parents and some of their friends. And the second time we were with a whole group of family. So that made a bit of a difference, but it was just, the experience is different. You do different things, you see different things, because Alaska is always changing. Like you go into Glacier Bay and, we could see the difference, huge differences in each of the glaciers that you visit. Comparing the photos is really neat because they look nothing like each other, and just, different, you get different, they put on naturalists and rangers onto the ship to, share information, and it's different every time what they share. So you're always learning something, and it's a really neat experience. And they always say you can do Alaska multiple times and you'll never have the same experience. Yeah. Never.
Well,
I just loved it that you would sit in the dining room and look out the window, and then all of a sudden, like what, 50 yards away or 50 feet away, there's a whale just coming out of the water, and you're just like, and it's just like, that was awesome. So
I hope we get to experience that. We had to cancel. Well, we didn't have to, but we decided to cancel it because we would have been restricted with what we could do. But then they all got canceled anyway, so we made the right move.
July this year.
Yeah, hopefully we can do it sometime in the future. So.
Yeah, definitely hoping for that. All right, it is. We've already been on for 38 minutes.
We gotta try some food here too.
But first, let's real quick. We're gonna do something different, but we always have this segment, so we want to give them a kudo or a shout out. And let's see if I can find it, because I'm so terrible. Here we go.
Hi, we're MGM Family Travel.
Derick and Greg, let us know who the Spotlight channel is this week.
It's all of you. Yes. That's who it is. It's everybody.
We didn't want to have a recorded show and have
this isn't recorded. We're holograms. This is real right now.
You're gonna get replying to my messages.
We're in the chat replying, I'm sure.
So if you are creators, please put that you are creators in the chat.
Yep.
And
creators all around.
Yes, we definitely want to support everyone
each other's
out there.
channels out.
Yes. So thank you guys for all your support, moderators. Thank you for everything that you do for us. And just thank you, everyone. So this is a week again that we're celebrating everyone, creators, non-creators. We want to give a shout out to all of you. So thank you guys. All right. So we're going to be on our food sampling. So we have.
So we're doing Canadian snacks, and
Yeah.
the boys are doing American snacks.
Yes.
So we Canadians need to apologize about the snacks that we have here.
We don't get a lot of American selection that is.
How do we word it?
Well, I mean,
That is unique to the United States.
United States, yes.
Like,
Like there's a lot of stuff that we both have in Canada and the
Yeah.
US that everyone has, but you know,
Like first, I'm gonna sorry to cut you off, Scott. Like for us to find a Butterfinger here in Canada, you can't find Butterfingers. It's exclusive to the United States. So
like they don't even import them.
they don't even import. So it comes to the point where a lot of the times is when the border was open,
We would go across and get snacks.
we would go across and get snacks. So we did the best that we can. So please.
And
Like,
you guys like Butterfinger?
Laugh at us with what we got. I mean, it's very minuscule, but we will. We managed to get a few
Yeah,
things.
well, we also came up with ideas of what the show would be like at the very last minute. So,
You guys like Butterfinger though?
We love.
This is one of his favorites.
It's one of my favorites. I absolutely love Butterfingers.
Good
Love
to
Butterfingers.
that. Thank you for saying.
yeah, I like Butterfingers too. Oh, sorry. All right, so we chose. It is
Crisps.
You guys are not familiar with this? Oops,
No.
hi.
It says enjoy them for
Oh my
lunch. How could you have? Well, I guess you could put stuff on there for lunch.
Yeah, that's the one you can find.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We know. No. Yeah.
Packaging might be slightly different. That might be why.
Yeah, you could put some schmear on them or some
Yeah, it's
cream cheese or something.
they're we're kind of out of focus. Let's see if this comes back. Otherwise I have to unplug it and then put it back in. Sorry. Okay.
Oh. Hi. How's everybody doing? Thank you for coming along and watching us on D&G Explorers today.
Thank you.
All right, so let's try this. See what you think of it.
It's supposed to have garlic, chives, and parsley.
Mm.
It doesn't smell like it, but
They're very noisy.
it sure tastes like it, though.
Okay.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
This would be good with hummus.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yes.
There's no
That would actually
smell.
be good if you also had a little bit of smoked salmon, for a
Cream
little
cheese,
bit of
smoked
cream
salmon.
cheese and smoked salmon on top. Gregory's like, no.
I'll put the cheese on, but yeah, smoked. I've had bad experiences with smoked salmon. So
Okay, understandable.
I really like those.
yeah, they are good. They don't have a smell, but they do taste good.
Okay.
All right.
What about you guys?
So don't make fun of us, please. Like we said, so in Canada, we recently just got these in, and it's a staple piece, I know, in the United
Yes.
States, but it is Cheez-Its.
Oops.
Oh my gosh, Derek.
So Cheez-Its. So
Can't get
we
any
used
American
to,
than that.
All right.
but, Scott and I used to always, whenever we would
get them in the States.
and we would
whenever
get them
went
in the
down.
States, or whenever we would fly to Vegas, it was always like when we landed or when we left Vegas International.
We would actually fill our carry-on with
With
like
Cheez-Its.
American
Yeah.
Cheez-Its and stuff that we couldn't get here.
So I'm hoping it's going to be similar like
Same.
the American ones, because you know how sometimes when you import something, they change like a
So-
little bit of the recipe.
Yeah.
So
It's like we're doing our snack crate here.
it is.
Okay.
So like
It's
just
not the
normal little Cheez-It. Yeah, that's like a normal Cheez-It.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. But you guys are still lucky because you guys get the selection of Cheez-Its, like the
In all
flavors.
different flavors.
I'll be honest. I am not a Cheez-It fan. I am not a Triscuit fan.
What?
I am not.
You had tickets when we had all that different cheese.
I don't like them.
But you liked it with the cheese.
I just ate it because that's all you bought.
Oh, wow, the truth comes out.
I'm not a big Triscuit fan or that. I'd rather have
Truth comes out.
there's one from Pepper Ridge Farms, and they have like they would have wheat cookies or crackers. They're not cookies; they were crackers. And those are really good because I would put cheese on that.
So we have maple cream cookies. And
Oh.
oh my god, they smell very strong.
Go closer to the camera.
No.
I won't enlarge it because I keep messing up.
Made with 100% pure maple syrup. You think? Because you could smell it from a mile away.
Did you say they stink?
I said you think.
No, they do.
And they almost look like a Nutter Butter in a way, but very mapley.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't go good with beer.
I actually like these very
They're
much.
good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
The cookie is really thick.
It reminds me of a pancake. Smells like a pancake.
Do you guys find them sweet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They were pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm glad.
Eat these?
Oh yeah, literally, that's a staple piece in our grocery stores. Like it's funny when you go down the
Quite
cookie
a few
aisle.
different brands that make them. Too.
Yeah, but when you go down a cookie aisle, it's just like maple cookies, maple cookies, maple cookies.
All right. What else do you guys have?
So it's funny you mentioned Nutter
Nutter
Butters because we only got these in Canada like a few months back.
Good segue.
So we got ourselves some
Nutter Butters.
Because, we've had these before, but
They're very good.
yes.
Whatever,
It's not really something new.
it's not new, but like we said, it's something that and I'm if you ever watch any of our videos, we do what we call snack crate videos. So we do videos about like different snacks from around the world, and we do it mainly because we can't travel and we wanted to really try it out. But a lot of these snack crates have been coming in with peanut butter flavored items, and me and peanut butter. Oh yeah, like I love me some peanut butter, and so when it's these, and it's just like yummy goodness. So
We went to when we went to Walt Disney World a couple weeks ago. We went to the 50s diner, and one of the staple milkshakes is a peanut butter jelly milkshake.
Ooh.
Amazing.
I didn't. Well, I think I tried
You
it,
tried
but
it.
yeah, then I'll send it to the bathroom within minutes.
No, it was good. It was very good. Do you guys have any more to sample?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
We have two more. We'll leave time. We have the Arrow, and we also have the Coffee Crisp.
Two of my favorites.
The now I've had from England the Toffee Crisp, and I want to say we had this when we went to St. John in New Brunswick. But when we ate it, it was probably about 4 months later. We were going to do it on camera. No, I'll split it in half. So we will try that, and then also the Aero Bar. Now I know I'm familiar with the Aero Bar from England. This is the second one, and they call it the Aero Bar because inside of it, it has all these little air things in there.
Now, which Aero Bar did you get?
Peppermint one.
Peppermint. Okay, good boy. That's what I was going to
There's
say.
all different kinds now in Canada. You can get peppermint, you can get orange, you can get the classic just chocolate one. They have dark chocolate now. So there's lots.
Didn't they also have during Christmas they came out with an Arrow signature?
Yeah, they had some dark cherry and
The coffee one's interesting.
Oh, Coffee Crisp is awesome, and I'm gonna.
Have you guys ever had a Cadbury Flake?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the creaminess of a Cadbury's. Like that is amazing.
We can get a lot of British candy
Yes.
and sweets and stuff here. They actually import them into Walmart of all places. But we also have a few shops right near our place where you can get like British import shops where you can get
I like
food
the
and
coffee one
candy.
better than the mint one, actually.
Really? Okay. See, that's the consensus.
Mm-hmm.
You might like the plain arrow better.
Arrows,
there,
then.
Greg.
This
Yeah.
is very sweet for the arrow.
It's very,
Mhm.
Yeah.
very strong. I mean, I love mint. It's just very strong
It's a very strong.
flavor. Yeah.
This would be good with a hot cup of tea.
And see, funny enough that you said that is Natalie from the UK. We sent her a couple coffee crisps her way, and she enjoyed it with a cup of tea, and she said it was the best thing in the world. So I've never tried it with a cup of tea, so now that's what's going to have to be tried.
I'd have it with a cup of coffee also. Being
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
I had
But what I really enjoy about it is that it has that subtle taste of coffee to it.
Yeah, it's not as strong.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, you got one more.
Try.
Ooh.
Drink.
Because it's surprise.
Now, you guys are going to have to help us out here with the explanation of this is called ice wine. And I'm going to blow this one up because
it's a sweet elixir.
Oh, there we go. I got them up there again. Oh, there I go again.
Oh, good.
Oh, my God.
One more try?
There
we
go. This is called, it's literally called
that is a thin
ice
bottle.
wine. Yes, and that's the one thing about what this is known for is if you can open it, it's known for being served in a small, thin bottle like that.
Sweet elixir, rarest of treats, natural ice wine, no freezer cheats. Is this a poem? We welcome frigid cold, think Arctic blizzard, so Kennan will freeze in our estate vineyard. We pick and press, no time to dawdle, enjoy the sumptuous thrill in this bottle. Red Mountain Ava Ice Wine. Awesome. And it's 9% alcohol by volume.
It's a very sweet, but you guys give us some background on this.
So first thing I have to ask is it chilled?
It is.
Okay, good. So it has to be cold. A lot of people actually put it in the freezer to get it ice cold.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, but ice wine is actually it's special because it's actually made with grapes that are picked when they're frozen from the temperature. Like it's cold out, so the grapes are frozen. So it's only made in certain regions, and it's more like almost like a liqueur if you want to think of it that way. You sip it like you would a port.
It's not one of those ones where like you were to open a Pinot Grigio or a Rosé,
yeah, and you can just drink
like
it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite sweet. It's like I say, it's more like an after dinner liqueur in a way because of that. But yeah, it's picked when the grapes are frozen at a certain time of the year, and if it doesn't happen, they can't make ice wine.
Right, and I think it's personally ourselves. I don't think we've ever really seen or tried ice wine from here in Langley, have we?
No, I've had it from the Okanagan.
From the Okanagan, so that's where the
I've had it from the
transition is.
Okanagan.
That if you ever visit British Columbia,
do they make it in Langley?
I don't know if they make it in Langley, but our vineyards are mainly in the Okanagan in British Columbia, so roughly about 4 hours away from Vancouver.
There's a video on our channel.
If you head over to sorry for a shameless plug.
No, promote.
But yeah, we do have a video where we did a winery tour with ChadCruisers, but we were able to actually experience it on our way home. There's a company called Quail's Gate, and they do a phenomenal ice wine, and it's just one of those ones where you try a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way.
Yes.
So I hope you guys enjoy it because it's
dilly dilly. Cheers.
Dilly dilly.
I really like that.
See?
I really like this.
Ooh. That just gives a little kick.
It's like a very sweet Moscato wine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, I would say it's a Moscato. It's very smooth. Like it's not bubbly. It's not.
No. It is definitely a dessert wine.
It almost looks like a bottle of oil, really.
This was $25.99 for this size bottle. And there's
About right.
Yeah, that's about right.
It is
give
more.
or take.
It is more expensive.
Yeah.
It's on the expensive side for a bottle of wine.
Whoa, that's sweet.
There is like going back to that winery, Quailsgate. They do.
I'm gonna be rude.
They do the reserve ice wine, where a bottle of one of those is roughly about $300 to $500, and it's one of those ones where it's just like if you can afford it, you enjoy it, right? But going back to ice wines, I know we had this big devastation. I think it was early in 2000 when we didn't have that freezing aspect for the grapes, so they weren't able to make ice wine. I think from 2000 to 2004.
Oh, wow.
And so when 2005 happened, they had a phenomenal year to do ice wine, and it sold out like crazy. So
yeah, they probably hiked those prices to make.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right, you guys, can you believe it? We've already coming up to about 55 minutes to the.
Wow.
So one last question for you from me, anyway. What do you look forward to when we're able to actually travel and you're able to go over the border, almost as if everything is back to normal again? What is it you're most looking forward to?
So for me, I think it's being able to meet some of the American people that we have met through YouTube. There's yourselves. There's Bob and Holly from Innocents Abroad. There's just so many people that we've sort of connected with that would be nice to meet in person. But also it's just getting away and getting to actually travel again. We miss it. We miss it.
And I agree with Scotty. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people might say we're going to get on a cruise ship right away. I would love to. I would love to get on a cruise ship right away, or fly somewhere and sit on a beach, or however it is. But I agree with Scott. It's once the borders open and we're back to normalcy, it would have to be visiting a lot of the individuals that are now family. So for instance, like Scott said, you guys, Bob and Holly. I cannot wait to meet. I call her my prima, so my chiquita bonita, my little Wanda. I can't wait to meet her and give her a giant hug. But it's also just to be able to meet our family and our chosen and pre-made family throughout the pandemic. And I think that's the number one thing, just to be able to actually physically, instead of doing this, as much as we would love doing this, but being able to sit in a restaurant or in somebody's living room and just talking and getting to know each other and just, you know what I mean? Just that human interaction. Yeah.
I think that would be the same for us too, actually, because we really want to meet you guys and ChadCruisers and just, get together and hang out and have fun. So when that day happens, it'll be awesome.
Yes.
Fireworks are going to be thrown out in the sky.
We definitely, we're looking at, if the border opens, we're looking at taking a trip this year up to Canada. So we're definitely looking at doing that. So that would include meeting you guys.
Yes.
In terms of places, one place I know I've always wanted to visit is Prince Edward Island.
Nice.
I love the story. I love Avonlea. I love the show on Avonlea, and they did film part of that there.
We like that series.
Anne of Green Gables house is there. And I think, what is it, in Charlottetown, I think is how it is.
Yes.
So we are on, right now, my mom and I are on a cruise. I, to be honest, don't think she's going to go because of all the restrictions, but who knows what it will be like in the end of 2022. And if not, Greg is all ready to come with me to visit it. So it could possibly be a true D&G Explorers trip up to Canada.
Nice.
And very much
nice.
It's a 10-night cruise on the NCL Joy.
I would love to see.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I would love to see Niagara Falls also. I've never seen it on videos and movies and all that stuff, but to see it in all its glory in person would be awesome.
Definitely. We just so you guys know, coming up right after this show is going to be the incredible
Ship
John
show.
in New York from the Ship Show on the Disney side. We have This and That, who put on an amazing show too. So either way you go, you're going to find amazing content that comes up right after us. You guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us, you guys.
What is your last words? We're going to throw it over to you.
I think as we always end our vlogs, it sounds going to be cheesy, but honestly, let adventure guide you. And we're in a state where there's so much uncertainty, and I think what we need to do is just put our foot forward, plan our adventures. Don't be afraid to plan those adventures.
Yeah.
And
something close to home is just the same as going on a long vacation.
But you know what? Everybody just be safe and just think about it. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
For sure. Definitely.
And how we always end our show.
Well, just to let everyone know, next week we will be live again in person with
no more holograms.
Yeah, you guys, thank you for being our first guest on a recorded show.
Yeah,
we did
actually.
We did it with Pepper Tree Villa, but we were all in the
Yes.
household. This is the first time we actually had a guest join us and do a live recording. So thank you guys so much for that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you everyone out there for watching us. As we like to end our shows is, I'm Derick.
I'm Gregory.
But if you forget our name, it's okay, because I'm Little Explorer.
I'm Big Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started.
Don't forget to subscribe to these guys. They're awesome.
Yes. Dilly Dilly, have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone. Dilly Dilly.
Let me find. Here we go. Bye.